Two balls brings Adavataide for the first time on strike. That's drifting down the leg side. First wide of the day for Kerala. Again, Basil Thambi giving his 100 and 100 of 100. That was an attempted delivery. Tried to bowl it on the stumps, but slightly missing his line and length. Two runs off the first two balls. That's a good looking shot. Work for the fielder. Asif KM does a wonderful job in cutting that off, but gets a single for that. Three balls, three runs for Vidarbha. Both of their openers are off the mark with a single. That's a good shot in the gap. First boundary on the board. Wonderful shot, played it. Using the pace of the ball and gliding it away in the gap for the first boundary. Incredible batting from the opening batter, Sanjay. After a flying start, Vidarbha. Ball goes up in the air. Will that be the first wicket? And the catch has been completed quite convincingly. That's a wonderful effort from the third man field, and the first wicket goes down. That's an ecstatic situation for Kerala out there in the centre as Basil Thambi finds his man. That's how you respond to adversity. Sanjay, the destructive Sanjay, is now back to the dugout. First wicket goes down. Basil Thambi with his first wicket. Again played it through the gap towards the third man region for a single. Manu Krishnan completing that catch was a wonderful effort from his side. Also from Basil Thambi. After first over, the score is 8 for none. Manu Krishnan from the far end. Drifting down the leg side, that will be called a wide. Not the great of starts for the left arm seamer. Kerala has got a formidable pace bowling attack with the likes of Basil Thambi, Asif KM and Manu Krishnan dealing on with the proceedings. Over the wicket, Manu Krishnan this time bowls it. A huge shout. Are we going upstairs? Decides to let that one through. So they won't be going upstairs. For the referral, that will remain as a dot ball. So the idea of Manu Krishnan is pretty clear. He's trying to restrict the batter inside that leg stump region. But it might be a blind spot for the right hander. Again, a very well executed delivery straight to the fielder for another dot ball. So back to back dot balls for Manu Krishnan. Abdul Basing putting the desperate dive, but this time goes straight to Asif KM for a single. After a decent start, both the sides. In fact, Kerala having slightly an upper edge because they have picked up a wicket, yes. And now let's see, will that prove really costly for the batting team? Decent over so far from this fast bowler Manu Krishnan, making an impact, contributing from his side as well. Left hand, right hand combination for Kerala. Good shot and brilliant fielding effort. That's what you require once you're defending such a low total. Great effort from Agil MS in the backward point region. Desperate dive, preventing 4 necessary runs from happening. So that's quality stuff. Brilliantly done that. Kerala showing a lot of intent and heart. Good to see that kind of an approach from the Kerala side after not having enough runs on the board yesterday. It was a completely different scenario for them. They scored more than 200 runs. But today, other than those brilliant innings from Asruddin and Salman Nisar, none of their batters have been able to convert their starts. And the good over comes to an end. After 2 overs, the score is 11 for 1. Good solid start for Kerala. Has picked up a wicket thanks to that effort from Basil Thambi. Other than that, and now immediately, since we have a left-hander out there in the center, there is a bowling change. Jalek Saxena has been introduced. So that's a clever decision from Kerala. Saxena being an experienced campaigner, coming with plenty of cricketing knowledge and wisdom. He has been in the forefront of Kerala side over the years. Has been a significant part when Kerala reached in semi-finals of the Ranji Trophy a few years ago. One of the best players in the country when it comes to domestic cricket. Has been really unfortunate not to be named in the Indian side so far, but has been a serious contender in the domestic level, picking up wickets, scoring runs. Serious talent, this man, Jalek Saxena. There is a slip in place. An aggressive field set for the left-hander. Starts off with a wonderful delivery. Negotiated well by the batter, but that is the kind of delivery you would be expecting from your front line spinner. Saxena, being a part of the side across all the formats, has made a huge impact with the bat and ball. Another great delivery. A hinge of turn. So that's definitely a good sign for Kerala, because they have plenty of wrist spinners in their attack. Also, the likes of a left arm spinner Midun PK. Hinge of turn can always benefit the bowling side. This time worked on the onside, work for the fielder who cuts it off. Takes that single. Now this becomes easier for the right-hander to face the off-break bowler. Inside the power play, he always has the freedom to go hard against the turn, with the turn, inside out. There are plenty of options for the batter. Adarva Taide. He has been off to a slow start, but has plenty of time, ample time. That's a good delivery. Works straight away down the ground for a single. Kerala Cricket Association off to a solid start. They picked up a wicket. And now trying to back their second one by introducing an off-break bowler against the left-hander. Another flat delivery worked on the onside, but will easily get a single for that. Kerala doesn't have the luxury of a huge short loan board, so to be honest, they can't afford to even give away those singles and doubles. Let the partnership prevail. They have to find a wicket here or there. Somehow they need to put pressure on the batting side if they fancy themselves winning this game. This game will decide the first finalists of the Cap Interstate T20. Has been a wonderful tournament. We have seen some incredible innings, glimpses of brilliance from many players. Another good over from Jalek Saxena. Only 4 runs coming off it. After 3, the score is 15 for 1. VIDARBHA slightly on the slower side, because they are going at 5 runs per over inside the power play. Change of ends for Basil Thambi. It will not be Manu Krishnan, but perhaps Basil Thambi bowling from the far end. Let's see if that makes a difference. Good thinking from Kerala, because they have seen that right-hander is on strike. If it was perhaps the left-hander, the ball might have been given to Manu Krishnan, but now being the right-hander on strike, it is the best decision to give it to your best fast bowler. Basil Thambi from the far end. Has been a really good first over from him. Another good delivery, trying to work it. Place it in the gap for an easy single. That's a bullet throw from Asif KM in the third man region, but the single has been already completed. And now the left-hander on strike. Akshay Karnava, the captain, has the responsibility of making a partnership here. Place it in the gap. Gets a single. Keeps the strike back to Vidarbha Taide. After losing that wicket of Sanjay, the flow of runs has been restricted, but that's not a big worry or big cause of concern for Vidarbha, since they don't have a huge total to chase. It's only 141. So that is definitely a chaseable total. The likes of an incredible batting order, they can definitely chase that down if they are off to the best start. Batters making sure that they're not going to lose one more wicket here. Sanjay on strike. In fact, Vidarbha Taide on strike, place it in the gap towards the fine leg fielder for an easy single there. So far a decent enough over from Basil Thambi, not producing a wicket but not conceding a boundary. There is definitely a good side inside the power play. Has to be careful about his line and length, since Kerala is defending such a low total. Coming around the wicket for the left-hander. Swings his bat hard at it in the gap. The groundswoman does a good job there. Good reflex from her side, but more importantly, a boundary coming from their captain Akshay Karnava. That's a much needed boundary for them. They were slightly feeling the pressure because of the shortage of runs, but that boundary would give them a lot of confidence. Again flashed hard, but this time there is protection. They'll only get a single there. That will mark the end of over number 4. The score is 23 on board for 1 wicket. Change of bowling. Asif came for the first time today. Bowling from the pavilion end. Also another player having represented IPL teams across the years. That's a wonderful shot. That was a poor delivery from Asif KM. Asking to be hit away. And now it has got the treatment. He can be expensive on occasions. Has got serious pace up his sleeves, but proves to be expensive on slightly odd occasions. Let's see if he can make a comeback. Akshay Karnava finding some rhythm. Second boundary of the day for him. Again worked it pretty well. It's not the best of throws from Basil Thambi there, but backup fielder does a good job. So far, 1 over from Tilak Saxena and all the other overs has been bowled amongst these fast bowlers, these frontline fast bowlers for Kerala. It's good to see Basil Thambi having a word with Asif KM, because bowlers like Asif KM can be expensive on slight occasions. They've got serious pace. Again, that's cut away in the gap. Late cut and upsimum. First 6 of the day. Pace of Asif KM definitely helping the batter. And it's not working in the favor of him. 11 runs already. This will definitely cause a huge concern for Kerala, since they don't have a huge total on board. Runs like this will be an issue of concern. They are off to a solid start. 4 overs, 23 for 1 it was, but this over, Asif has already given away 11 runs. A lot of fielders around him. Vishnu Vinod, Captain Rohanes Kundummal. Also Basil Thambi having a word with his fast bowler. Already an expensive over now. Adava Taide can take his time, since this over has already produced 11 runs on the board. Another good shot in the gap, and up she goes for another boundary. This is turning out to be really expensive and absolutely disastrous for Asif KM and Kerala. Absolute agony for the fast bowler. He's been put under the pump. Now working it straight to the fielder for an easy single there. This has been a really expensive over from Asif. Can't determine whether it is going to cause a lot of concern for Kerala, because we are still in the early stage of the innings. Nothing can't be predicted at this stage of the game, but this over will definitely give a lot of confidence for the batting side, because the scorecard has moved on to 37, or rather 38 at the moment. Laid it straight back. And remains as a dot ball. Umpire having a word. 5 overs, 1 for 39. Last over was really on the expensive side. 16 runs, in fact 15 runs came off it. It's a poor delivery, but this time, since there is protection, will only get a single for that. Last over was definitely in the favor of VIDARBHA. They scored 16 runs of that. And now let's see if Tilak Saxena can make up for that. He has got a good outing with the bat. Scored enough runs on the board, but now can't determine whether that will be enough, since things are getting little bit difficult for Kerala out there. They can't let this partnership prevail, since they don't have a huge total on board. Cut away in the gap, and that will be a boundary, or it will be stopped by Asif KM there. There is a referral. It looks like we got the man. Asif KM might have produced a wicket with this golden arm. The batter is already walking past.
Short of his ground when the wickets are broken, batsman run out.
That's a wicket. Second wicket goes down. A much needed one for Kerala, as he departs. Adavathayre, after making some damage, has to walk back to the dugout. Really not needed from them. They were doing a good job. A partnership was building. After a good partnership, Adavathayre is back to the dugout. Now they have both of their openers back in the pavilion. Let's see if Kerala will be able to capitalize on that. A left-hander replacing another left-hander. Much needed one for Kerala. Their bowlers have been really bowling well today, other than that expensive over from Asif. Tossed up, but straight to the fielder. Gets lucky with that delivery. In fact, it was Akshay Wadkar who got out. Their captain is back in the dugout. Adavathayre is still out there in the center. It's a good ball. Very well played. So that marks the end of power play number 1. Vidarbha off to a decent start. They've lost 2 wickets, but they've got runs on the board. 44 for 2 after 6. Another part-timer has been introduced. It's Abdul Basit bowling against the left-handers. And now with the fielding restrictions over, Kerala can spread out a mid-wicket long on and long off in position. So they can easily work and look for that single option there. Five fielders outside the circle are long on, long off, deep mid wicket, backward square leg, and an extra covers. That's a wicket. The golden arm of Abdul Basit has worked in favour of Kerala. Third wicket goes down. Agony turning into ecstasy for Kerala as Abdul Basit finds his man. Now this is becoming a worrying scenario for Vidarbha. They are, after getting off to a solid start, they've lost their third wicket. Now put under some pressure here. The experiment of using Abdul Basit has worked in favour of Kerala, so a right decision by Rohan to give the ball to your part-timer. A short stay of Yash Rathod comes to an end. A much needed wicket for Kerala and not at all expected for Vidarbha there. Again, that was in the air for a while but safely inside the circle. Could have been another wicket if he had found the middle of the bat there. New battery Sagast Kombe. Solid start by Abdul Basit. Today he hasn't been able to make an impact with the ball, with the bat. Was out for a duck, but now making up for that with his bowling. Flatter, quicker, and another dot ball. 3 back-to-back dot balls for him. A wonderful over this. Turning out to be really difficult for Vidarbha. Only 1 runs have come off, and there is a huge shout. And now the only question is, are they going for that referral?
LBW ready ആയിക്കോ.
Yes, they are. That's a very good call by Kerala. And they have picked up another wicket. Fourth one goes down. Abdul Basit has produced 2 wickets. He has been the man with the golden arm in this game. And now Kerala off to a wonderful fight back after 7 overs. The score is 45 for 4. What an incredible turnaround this has been. Absolutely magnificent from Kerala. So that was a wonderful over. Again, Jalak Saxena coming from the far end. And now let's see if he can also chip in with a wicket here. All of a sudden, innings that was definitely in the favor of Vidarbha side has now witnessed a turnaround, a complete turnaround. Worked on the onside. Takes a single there. Gives the strike back to the left-hander. Another easy single. So these two batters desperately in need for a partnership. Aditya Sarvade and Adava Taide, both left arm spinners, left hand right hand combination. Let's see if that works wonders for the batting side. So far, it has been a good run chase so far, but the last few overs has been definitely in the favor of Kerala. They've picked up wickets starting from that run out from Asif KM and then 2 wickets in that over of Abdul Basit has given the momentum back to Kerala. Tilak Saxena also doing a great job in running through his overs as fast as possible, not taking a lot of time into between these overs, so that will definitely not give time for these two batters to settle in. All eyes on these batters as they're desperate for a partnership here. They can actually take their time, and that has been put in the gap. That was a poor delivery asking to be hit, and he made no mistake. Another odd loose delivery from Tilak Saxena has resulted in a boundary, and with that boundary 50 comes up for Vidarbha. After 8 the score is 53 for 4. Man with the golden arm, Abdul Basit, has been introduced for his second over. Solid in the first, picked up 2 wickets, was really economical. And now let's see if he can also chip in with a few more good overs here. Incredible fight back from Kerala. It has to be commended because their batting were not the absolute best. Other than quick innings from Masruddin and Salman Nisa, none of their batters have been able to make a huge impact. But now when it comes to bowling, they've done a good job, a very good job. A lot will be expected from these two. Adharva Taide has been there in the centre for a while. Opened the innings along with Sanjay. Has been a spectator watching all the wickets fall. But now has a bigger responsibility up his sleeves. 3 back-to-back singles, that's definitely not going to hurt Kerala. So far a good over from Basit. He has been really dangerous today with the ball in his hand. Another good delivery, plays it straight to the fielder for a dot ball. Good, clever bowling from Kerala. Again, not giving a lot of air, inviting the batter to look for that shot. Plays it straight to the fielder there. Again, worked on the leg side, will only get a single. So far so good from Abdul Basit. 5 balls, 4 runs. With 1 ball left in the over, he has the right hander on strike. If this goes for a boundary, it will be a relief, a huge relief for Vidarbha. Otherwise, let's see if that turns out to be expensive. Incredible effort there by Mohammad Inan in the deep mid-wicket region. They've completed that single, but nothing more than that. Kudos to that effort, and after 9 overs, the score is 58 on the board after 4 wickets. Left arm spin for the first time for Kerala today. Mithun PK bowling from the far end. He has picked up a lot of wickets throughout the tournament. Picked up 3 wickets yesterday. Has been on the expensive side, but yesterday Kerala had the luxury of a big total on board, but not that situation demanded from their bowlers today. That's a poor delivery. Easily put away in the gap for a maximum. That's not the ideal of starts for the left arm spinner. Mithun PK is not a huge turner of the ball. He bowls in the right areas with a good pace, but this time it was bowled on the pads and easy pickings for the batter there. Easily completes that single there. Seven runs have come off the first 2 balls. Adava tied back on strike. Gets a single off the third. So this is turning out to be a very expensive over for Kerala. Eight runs have come off the first 3 balls. Mithun PK not off to a solid start. Margin for error in games like this are pretty low. That's why he hasn't been able to find a rhythm, and that was dispatched for a maximum. That's the kind of quality cricket being displayed these days. Once you get a loose ball, doesn't matter whoever the bowler is, you will be taken to the cleaners. Again a poor delivery, but this time there is protection in the deep. Not in fact a poor delivery. In fact a decent delivery that was. The ball goes up in the air, and that will be a wicket. Mithun PK has given answers to the questions raised. That was not the best deliveries from him, but gets rewarded with a wicket. Another one finds the dust, and 5th wicket goes down for VIDARBHA. They are under all sorts of pressure here. Half of their batters back in the hut, becoming a much difficult scenario for them, as they don't have enough runs on the board, and they've also picked up 5 wickets. We are midway through the second innings. First of all, Kerala picked up a wicket, then it was a good comeback from Vidarbha side. But that run out from Asif KM was the momentum shifting thing. After that, Abdul Basit came up and picked up 2 wickets. Now Midun PK also finding a way to pick up the 5th wicket. Now match slightly in the favour of Kerala side. The required run rate is definitely climbing up. Half of their batters are back in the hut. And now we have got Mohammad Inan, the tall leg spinner. Under 19 talent for Kerala. Got ball in his hand, but now, in fact, Kerala has decided to give it back to Abdul Basit because of the left-hander being on strike. He will be bowling his third over of the day. Has been really good with the ball in his hand. Mandar Mahal is a new batter. He will be at the non-striker's end. It's Abdul Basit to Adar Vataide. Starts off with a dot ball. Luckily for us, cricket spectators, the rain has stood out of the equation. It was drizzling earlier, but now has become really quiet, just like the run chase. Slightly in the favour of Kerala at the moment. They've got wickets. They haven't considered a lot of runs other than a few here and there. More importantly, they have been able to find wickets at regular intervals. And now with 2 left-handers out there in the centre, it's an ideal situation for Abdul Basit to actually go out and perhaps take 1 or 2 more wickets, because it's always difficult for a left-hander once the ball is turning away. And Vidarbha team has got plenty of left-handers in their batting order. That's a poor delivery. Will that run away for a boundary? A great work from Manu Krishnan, just keeps it down for a single. This time has to be said, bowler got lucky because the ball was asking to be put away. We are having an interesting match, semi-finals of the CAP Interstate Tournament played at Pondicherry. Rohanes Kundumal puts hand on the ball for another dot ball there. So this is turning out to be another good over from his side. Again, that won't be a cause of concern for Kerala. Will only get a single for that. With that single, the batter will keep the strike, and the good over from Abdul Basit comes to an end. After 11, the score is 71 for 5. Last over only produced 3 runs, so it was really good. And now we are seeing the leg spinner Aguilem has introduced. Aguilem is bowling from the far end. There is a catching covers in position. Other than that, there has been a defensive field set from Kerala. That's a poor delivery. Got lucky with that. Gets a single there. Akhil MS for the first time today. Bowling from the far end to these two left-handers. That's a good delivery. Ball goes up in the air and the catch is dropped. Tilak Saxena not being able to determine whether the ball was travelling towards him, was really slow to get off there. Kerala team won't be definitely happy with that effort. Having said that, that could have been another wicket and that could have been the 6th wicket going down, but Tilak Saxena not being able to take that catch. Good delivery, played straight to Vishnu Vinod and completes a single there. Excellent running between the wickets. Takes a quick single. Another good delivery worked through the onside for an easy single there. So far this has been a good over from Akhil MS. He deserved a wicket there, but unfortunately couldn't get one. Current partnership 8 of 11. They require 65 runs from the last 49 deliveries. Still achievable. Required run rate touching almost 8 runs per over. Gets an easy single there. And that marks the end of over number 12. The score is 77 for 5. Abdul Basit has been really good with the ball today. 3 overs, 2 wickets for just 9 runs. Economy of exactly 3 runs per over. So he will be finishing his 4-over quota now. Bowling from the pavilion end to these left-handers. Can he pick up another wicket here? Has been the man with the golden arm today. Ball goes up in the air. Will that be a catch? Yes, it is. As I was saying, he was the man with the golden arm. He picks up another wicket. A wonderful catch from Vishnu Vinod has resulted in the 6th wicket going down for Vidarbha. They're under all sorts of trouble. Kerala having a firm grip of the cricket match as they takes the 6th wicket. Where Abdul Basit picks up his 3rd. All working definitely in the favour of Kerala now. And it is slipping away from Vidarbha. Adavataide, after his promising innings of 33, has to take a long walk back to the dugout. 6th wicket goes down. Vidarbha under all sorts of pressure. "77 for 6. only the matter of wickets from here on, because they have got enough runs on the board. If they go on to play those 20 overs, they can definitely clinch this game, but they don't have the luxury of too much wickets in hands. Abdul Basit being the man making the comeback. Today has been a quiet day with the bat for him, but now look at that effort, picking up 3 wickets on a day where Kerala needed him the most. That's a quick single, shy at the non-striker's end, but he has made his ground. Wonderful running between the wickets. And also, it's interesting to see another left-hander replacing that left-hander. Plenty of left-handers out there for Vidarbha. Good delivery, worked in the gap. Will get a boundary for that. That's a good shot. A very good shot from Mandar Mahal. He has picked up a boundary. Nothing wrong with that delivery. Making himself room through the offside and placing it in the gap for a boundary. It's not too late for Vidarbha to make a solid comeback, but they desperately need a partnership, just like the one that's happening right now. Mandar Mahal with the at boundary has now taken the single and gives a strike back to the new batsman Shubham Dubey. He's also a serious hitter of the cricket ball. We have seen his hitting ability. He can clear the ropes once he gets into groove. That's the beauty of a delivery, a dream delivery for any off-break bowler. Wonderfully executed from Abdul Basit. What a spell it has been from his side. Turned up when the team needed him the most and has produced 3 magnificent wickets today. Another good delivery will only get a single for that. A great spell from Basit comes to an end as he finishes off his 4-over quota. After 4 overs, he has picked up 3 wickets just for 16 runs. And the score for Vidarbha after 13 is 84 for 6. Not plenty of batting left from here onwards to Vidarbha. So if they fancy themselves winning this game, it is definitely up to these two to maintain a partnership, get the team somewhere closer to 130, 125. Other than that, if Kerala could manage a wicket here, they are definitely back in the game. Thanks to that brilliant effort from Abdul Basit, picking up 3 wickets in the right time. And now we have a change of bowlers. It is change of hands for Asif KM. He has been really expensive in his first over. Has been now asked to make a comeback from the far end. First ball has been sweetly negotiated for an easy single. Let's see if Asif KM can also make a comeback. We saw earlier in the first innings when Deepesh Bhavani was taken to the cleaners by Mohammad Asharuddin. He had the final off by picking up his wicket. And now with 2 new batters out there in the centre, it's an ideal situation for Asif KM to make a strong comeback. That's a poor delivery. And that's great work behind the stumps by Mohammad Asharuddin. Asif KM not finding his rhythm there. Struggled with his line and length. On a day where bowlers have done a good job. Has been an off day so far for Asif. We haven't seen the best of him. Still plenty of time left for him to make a comeback. 4 deliveries already left in this particular over. That's a good delivery, but played in the gap. Basil Tambi will cut it off, but for only a single. So 3 balls, 3 runs so far. Has been a quiet over from Asif KM. He has tried everything to take a wicket and not give away runs. So that's a good sign for him. Coming back when your team needs you the most. He still has 2.3 overs left in his quota. So he can be someone who can produce that impact. That's a good delivery. That will be the first legal bouncer of the over. That's brilliantly executed. And it looks like they're going upstairs for that wide, maybe. He will get a wide for that. That's a good call from the batters. Asif KM has got ball in his hand. That's a good change enough from him. Was a slower delivery. Has been a decent over from Asif. Hasn't picked up a wicket, yes, but has been strictly economical. 4 balls, 4 runs. That's a good delivery. Will only get a single for that. So a decent enough over from Asif KM. With 1 ball left, he has only given away 6. So if this remains as anything under 8 or 7, this will be a good over for Kerala. But on the other hand, if the batter can find a boundary here, all of a sudden this becomes an expensive over, because Kerala doesn't have a luxury of a big total on board. That will be only a single perhaps. They will be looking for that second run. It can't be taken. It's the man with the golden arms, Abdul Basit there in the deep mid wicket region with that brilliant fielding effort, saving 1 runs for his side. After 14, the score is only 90 on the board. They've also lost 6 wickets. Change of ends for Akhil MS. He is bowling from the pavilion end. Can he slip in with those googlies and pick up a wicket? Long on, long off, deep mid wicket. Square leg all outside the circle. Has been picked up in the gap for an easy single there. This has been an on and off run chase for Vidarbha. On certain occasions, they have been able to get ahead of Kerala side. But on the other hand, once you look at the game, in the overall context, we can see that Kerala having a slightly upper edge because they have taken 6 wickets already. Another good ball worked towards the fine leg for just a single. Another good ball. Worked it straight towards the fielder for only a single. So far a tight over from Akhil MS. 3 of 3. Anything less than 7 or 8 from here onwards, Kerala will definitely have the outer edge. That's played in the gap. Straight to the fielder. Again Abdul Basit, the man, coming with that beautiful effort for only a single. And that will be another wicket. It goes upstairs for the referral. That looks really close. That's a wicket. 7th wicket goes down. This time it's Akhil MS who has produced the breakthrough for Kerala. Ecstasy for Kerala and agony for Vidarbha at the moment as another one finds the dust. Now it has become a difficult scenario for Vidarbha batters. And that will be a dot ball. What an over this has been. Incredible effort from Abdul Basit. A wonderful, wonderful over comes to an end. And after 15 overs, the score is 95 for 7. $95 for 7 after 15. Plenty of runs required from the last 5. They can require 45 runs in the last 5 overs. Starts the first ball with a single. The new batter. What an incredible turnaround this has been. After getting a good start, Kerala has found their way to make a comeback thanks to that effort from Abdul Basit picking up 2 wickets in that over. And now Kerala has found themselves a way to make one of the best comebacks we have seen in the recent times. Vidarbha require 46 runs, in fact 44 runs in the last 28 bowls. Required run rate going a touch below 10 runs per over. So outrage definitely with Kerala since they have taken 7 wickets. Runs are definitely not a big concern for Vidarbha since they are only chasing 141, but they don't have the luxury of wickets. This time the ball is up in the air, played that in the gap as well. Gets that boundary. Completely bisected those 2 fielders and played that in the gap. A much needed and a welcome boundary for Vidarbha. They were looking really uncomfortable out there, having lost 7 wickets. Their batters were running out of options, running out of answers, but that boundary would give them plenty of confidence going through this run chase. Again going it, and the catch has been taken. What a response this has been from Basil Thambi. Second time we have seen after getting dispatched for a boundary, he has given an answer with the ball in his hand, picking up a wicket. What an excellent cricket match this has been, as we have seen the pendulum swinging both the sides. 8th wicket goes down, and now Kerala is getting injured closer and closer to the victory margin.
The impact here and inform the umpires, please.
Another wonderful delivery from Basil Tambi. Gets only a single for that. Vidarbha under all sorts of pressure now. Akshay Karnavar is the new batter for Vidarbha. Another left-hander out there in the center. Yash Kadam and Akshay Karnavar has to do something out of the box here. If they fancy themselves getting a chance, that's a shy at the non-strikers end, and that will be a dot ball. Incredible effort that from Vishnu Vinod, who has completed a catch earlier on in this over. Has now done a wonderful fielding effort as well. After 16, the score is only 108, in fact 102 on the board with 8 down. Kerala doing a courageous thing, introducing Jalit Saxena towards the death overs. It is true that they have two left-handers. It is true that they have two left-handers out there in the center, but with a spinner bowling in these death overs, can't understand whether it will turn out to be costly for them. Played it in the gap. Easily opens the face of the bat for 2 runs. So far, Jalak Saxena has been really good with the ball. Has been strictly economical today, defending a low total. So Kerala has shown a lot of character and resilience in this, defending this 140. Another good delivery, plays it towards Mohammad Inan for only a single. Vidarbha having plenty of left-handers in their lineup. That's another good delivery, worked towards Mohammad Inan for another easy single. Another good delivery. Third time it goes straight to Mohammad Inan, keeping him busy in the backward point region. So this has been a good over, a decent enough over from Jalak Saxena, and that will be a dot ball. This is where experience comes in, and he has been in the forefront of Kerala side over the years, has been a significant part of their team, and now using all his experience at a crucial juncture of the game. Will only get a single for that. Another good and economical over from Jalak Saxena. Ball is with Asif KM. Has been slightly on the expensive side today. Start off giving away 16 runs of his first. Again, a wonderful delivery from his side. Starts off with the dot ball. Good, aggressive, fast bowling from Asif KM here. It looks like they're going upstairs for a referral. Another good on-field decision by the umpire. Swing and a miss. This is where pace comes in handy, because Asif KM has got a lot of pace up his sleeves and has been doing a great job with the ball now. Oh, that will be called a wide. That's a poor delivery from Asif KM. It was a bizarre one. Tried to execute that bouncer, but really couldn't get any control of that delivery. Will be called a wide. Easy decision for the umpire. Another swing and a miss. Great bowling from Asif KM. This is actually what he has to execute. He doesn't need to go for that hard length. Even if it goes as an overpitched or a good length delivery, it's completely fine, because he is bowling against the tail-enders. Once you've got that much serious pace up your sleeves, it is definitely going to be difficult to put you away. Has to be clever here, because he has already conceded one ball over the head, so can't be bowling that second bouncer of the over. Bowls a good one. The ball is up in the air. Will that be a catch? Oh, that was dropped. Was not the easiest of chances under the light. Was moving away from him. Might have lost his sight. Again, good bowling from Asif KM. Partnership definitely not working in the favor of VIDARBHA. Required run rate has almost touched 14 runs per over. As 30 runs are required from the last 13 balls. Another good delivery, but this time the batter has cleared it quite convincingly, or the fielder has completed the catch. That's a wonderful comeback from this man Asif KM. He has picked up a wicket as Kerala picks up the ninth one of the day. One in the account for Asif KM. What a tremendous fight back this has been. Absolutely magnificent. The match seemed to be slipping away from Kerala at one stage of the innings, where a partnership was prevailing between Adava Taide and Akshay Wadka. But since Asif KM ran out Akshay Wadka, it has all been in the favor of Kerala. Immediately after that wicket, Abdul Basit chipped in with 2 wickets and a maiden. And after that, these Vidarbha batters have run out of options and answers. With 1 ball left in this over, or in fact, we have come to the end. Or is it 1 ball left? Chaotic. So there is still 1 ball left. Has to confirm with the upstairs whether it has been an over. One ball left in this 18th over. KM Asif with another good delivery, and that will remain as a dot ball. So incredible comeback from Kerala side. After 18 overs, the score remains on 1-1-1 for 9. Just a matter of 1 wicket, and Kerala can book a place in the finals of the CAP Interstate T20. With 2 balls left, 30 runs are required. All depends on how Akshay Karnava can make an impact, because it is already too late for them. And with the likes of Basil Thambi and Asif KM to finish off the proceedings, this could be a very difficult scenario for Vidarbha to pull off a victory. Coming around the wicket, that will be a boundary. That's a poor delivery. Not the best of deliveries by Basil Thambi. And it seems like the batting team are trying to go upstairs, and they have gone for that referral. Kerala getting inch closer to the victory margin, inch closer to the victory margin. 116 on board. That's a beautiful delivery in the block hole. Absolutely unplayable for any batter out there. Simply magnificent from Basil Thambi. First ball started off with a poor delivery, but now has made a good comeback. .115 on the board. That's a slower delivery, very well executed but brilliantly fielded by the fielder. Asif KM standing at backward point region. Prevents necessary runs. Vidarbha under all sorts of pressure. They are well below par. The asking rate 116 on the board after 18.3. Penultimate over being bowled by Basil Thambi. He has picked up 2 wickets, has been really good. Bowled well in his first over, picked up a wicket and also has been really economical towards the back end of the innings. And now he has got a responsibility to finish this off in a grand fashion. We have got the tail ender, the number 11 batter for Vidarbha facing his first ball. Another good delivery, but what a shot for a number 11. That was beautifully picked up. Nothing wrong with the delivery, but that's a magnificent looking shot from the right hander. Played it inside out using the pace of Basil Thambi and has glided that over the covers region for a magnificent boundary. 120 on the board. Still they require 21 runs from 8 deliveries. Is it too late for Vidarbha, or can they find a way to make a comeback? This man can definitely bat. It doesn't look like a number 11. That's a good delivery. Taken pace off. That's how you respond to adversities. Take a bow, Basil Thambi. This match is definitely turning in favor of both the sides. Kerala always having the upper hand, but we still can't write off Vidarbha because they've got 2 serious hitters of the cricket ball out there in the centre. The game is still not over, and if this goes for a boundary or 6, let me tell you the results are yet to be decided. All relies and all eyes on Basil Thambi. Good ball put away in the gap just for a single. 19 required of the last over. A very good over from Basil Thambi under difficult circumstances comes to an end. And in the last over, Vidarbha requires a big total of 19 runs. Is it going to be Manu Krishnan or Asif KM to bowl the final over? It is going to be Asif KM with the ball in his hand, coming with a lot of confidence, having bowled a wonderful over in his last one. But Asif KM can be expensive on certain occasions because he has got serious pace up his sleeves. It is easier for the batters to put him away once they find the best connection. But he won't make it easier. All eyes on Asif KM. And can Akshay Khanava turn out to be the hero for Vidarbha today? He has been really good with the ball, but now being asked to finish this game off. We have seen how Salman Nisar scored 3 sixes in the 19th over of the first innings. Can he repeat that heroics? That's a good looking shot, but straight to the hands and up goes for a maximum. What a way to welcome the bowler. The first ball has been played. That was bowled in the slot by Asif KM, and he has got the necessary treatment. Has been dispatched for a maximum. Only Kerala's game to lose from here. They've taken 9 wickets. They've done all the hard works to reach at this stage of the game. And he has considered a 6 of the very first ball. Pressure situation for Asif KM. Second ball of the final over. Swing and a miss. That's a beauty. Touching 140, Asif KM has delivered a peach of a delivery. Slightly away from the hitting arc of the batter, Akshay Karnava trying for that gigantic swing of the cricket willow. Looking on that onside, his favourite region. So if Asif KM bowls it slightly away from his wickets at the 4th or 5th some region, it could be really difficult for the batter to put him away. Another good delivery, that will be a dot ball. So 4 balls, in fact 3 balls, 13 runs required. If this goes for a dot ball, then even if Asif KM concede 2 sixes, we can have a super over. And if this goes for a 6 or a boundary, pressure right back on Asif KM. What a cricket match this has been. Now it's a battle of nerves. The one who holds it better will definitely emerge victorious. Pressure on both ends. Definitely pressure on the batter and bowler. But can they convert that and make it in their favour? That's the only question. Good delivery, places straight down the ground, straight back to Asif KM. The batter was really out of his crease, but Asif KM decides to not throw the ball because it could turn out to be costly if he misses the stumps. Brave decision by Asif, and after conceding a 6 of the first ball, he has come back in a wonderful manner. And now all eyes on this ball and Akshay Karnava. If he can find a 6, this game turns out to be really interesting. But if not, that will work in the favour of Kerala. We almost have a winner here. After a strong fought battle, after not being able to make a big total on the board in first innings, Kerala bowlers have done a tremendous job in defending such a low total. Kudos to each and everyone, and hats off to Abdul Basit for that wonderful effort, picking up 3 wickets in a crucial juncture of the game. This has been a close encounter where Kerala will be emerging victorious and will be booking a place in the finale of CAP Interstate Tournament here at Pondicherry. Last ball, Asif KM to finish things off. Ball goes up in the air. Will that be the second wicket for Asif? Yes, it is. What a magnificent way to end the semi-final. Absolute ecstasy for Kerala. Asif KM, the man with the silver lining, picking up the final wicket. Absolutely fantastic display of fast bowling from Kerala, as they have picked up the 10th wicket of the day, emerging victorious and picking up a place in the finale. It has been a close encounter thanks to those wonderful innings from Asaruddin and Salman Nisar, letting Kerala score 140 on the board. After that, it has been bowling masterclass from Kerala. On most occasions, they had the luxury of a good total on board, but today it has been a completely different scenario. where their bowlers needed to be on absolute top of their game, and they have produced a wonderful effort. Basil Thambi with 2 wickets, Jalaj Saxena bowling really economically, Asif KM also chipping in with 2 wickets. Abdul Basit has been the pick of the bowlers with 4 overs, 3 for 16. Agil MS also chipping in with 1 wicket. In an incredible match, Kerala has emerged victorious by a tight margin of 11 runs. That's all from the commentary box. Stay tuned on YouTube for the second semi-final, which will be underway in a few minutes.